Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Laura, and today I'm going to do something that's a departure from what I usually do. I'm a portrait artist, and I usually do drawing tutorials or demonstrations with pencil and charcoal. But I just finished 3 commissioned portraits that literally wiped me out. So I want to do something that's a little more fun, a little more relaxed, to play with color, and something I'm learning to do. I just discovered this 3 months ago, and I'm getting better at it. Remember, practice makes better. So if you've never seen a pour painting, if you've never done one, then stick around. I'm going to be using blue with a touch of purple mixed in, white, metallic gold, red, orange, and yellow. I'll be using two 2-ounce plastic cups that I cut the bottoms off of, because this is going to be a double open cup pour. All right, let's get going. My canvas is 10 inches by 10 inches, and I'm going to need about 4 ounces of paint to do this painting. The first thing I like to address is my corners. I always have trouble getting the corners covered, so I'm going to start with my base coat, which is going to be the purplish blue, and I'm going to go ahead and add that to the corners so that when I start to lay down my base coat, the paint will follow where paint is. It's going to follow out to those corners. I'm also going to spread it using a palette knife and make sure we get some good coverage, good even coverage. Now I'm going to tilt it a little bit so that the paint can just kind of evenly coat my canvas. It looks kind of choppy right now. Sometimes it does, but we've got ways to fix that. Right now, I just want to cover it nice and uniformly. Just touching up some little areas that were missed. I'll just do that with my gloved finger. Just kind of spreading the paint out a little bit. And I also try to make sure that the edges are covered real good. Here I'm using a torch to go ahead and pop any air bubbles I can see. And now the fun part. I go ahead and place my 2 open cups at opposite ends of the canvas. And I'm doing this painting in front of a window so that I can have some good lighting. So you might see a reflection of the window in the background there, but that won't be a problem as we go along. So I'm going to start with my first layer, and this is the color white. And from here on out, as I layer the colors, I'll just let the color that I'm using pop up on the screen so you don't have to listen to my voice. And this is where the magic begins. I'm going to lift my cups just a little bit to let the paint inside the cup flow out some. And as that happens, you'll notice just magic happen. And I like using a dark background because it's good for contrast. Now just look at those pretty cells starting to form around the cup's edges. It's so pretty. Now I'm going to lift the cups up again to let some of that beautiful paint disperse. Now I'll finish with titanium white, the white I've been using all along. And titanium white is heavy. And I like using that in the central area of a double cup pour because it creates a tunnel-like illusion. It creates a hollowed out type of thing. Or maybe a three-dimensional type of effect. I didn't mention how I mixed my paint with what paint mediums, but I will add that in the description. Now I'm going to give it a bit of a spin, and what that's going to do is help level out the paint. If you look at it, where the two images are, there's like a mound around them, and giving it a bit of a spin will help level that out. I'm also gonna tilt it ever so slightly, because I don't want the cells to get misshapen. And as I looked at the finished product, it made me think of two things. One, it made me think of fireflies in the night. And then two, it made me think of blood vessels. I'm a nurse by vocation. And I remembered the diagrams of blood vessels and the cells that made up the outer layer. And then you have your inner lumen. And this looks like it's got atherosclerotic plaques. I'm just weird like that. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I enjoyed doing it. Listen, if you like my content, please hit the like button and subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe, and it helps others find my videos on YouTube. So, I'll see you in the next one.